Hey guys, and welcome to your yoga flow for week 1 of our 21 days of yoga. So you can come back to this video as many times as you like throughout the week and allow this practice to expand and grow for you each time you come back to it. Maybe you've already set your intention for today. If not, come to it after this. And when you're ready, let's jump on the mat and get started. Okay, we're going to start this morning by coming into child's pose. So bringing the big toes together, we can gently sit back onto the heels and then really just taking your time to fold forwards, walking the hands out in front of you, taking the knees out as wide as you like, and then allowing yourself to melt the forearms, the head and the heart down towards the mat beneath you. And as we arrive there, just gently closing the eyes down and taking a couple of moments to tune into your breath today. Beginning to breathe down into the belly. Feeling that expansion of the belly and the lower back as we inhale. And finding that release with every exhale. And just allowing yourself the space and the time here this morning to allow your body and your mind to awaken as one. Not forcing anything, and really just moving at your own pace. And we'll take a couple more breaths. Releasing any tension from the jawline, releasing any tension for the shoulders as we take our final breath here. And when you're ready on our next inhale, press into the hands. We'll engage through the arms, find that gentle lift through the torso, and begin to walk the fingertips over to the left-hand side as far as we can, maybe coming off the mat if we need to. And as we exhale, melting the head and the heart back down to the mat below. Check back in with the breath. And bring your awareness to the space between the eyebrows as it roots down into the mat beneath you. And beginning to feel into that expansive breath as we allow it to open up through the right side body. One more breath. And on our next inhale, find that gentle lift through the torso. We'll walk the fingertips across in a big arc all the way over to the right hand side. Again, maybe coming off the mat if we need. And then as we exhale, allowing the heart and the head to melt back down. Making sure we're keeping our sit bones drawing towards the heels as the fingertips reach out to the right hand side. Close the eyes down if they're not already and tune in. Feeling that expansive quality of every inhale as it begins to open up through the left side body. One more breath. On our next inhale, find that gentle lift. We'll walk the fingertips all the way back through to center, and from here, shift the gaze forwards and we'll peel ourselves all the way through and down onto our bellies. Slide the hands back to either side of the rib cage, give the hips a little wiggle from side to side, a gentle rock, and then zip the legs together, pressing tops of the toes down into the mat behind us. Beginning to find a little activation here, press the feet down, engage through the glutes and press the hips down into the mat. On our next inhale, we'll peel the torso up and away from the mat, lengthening through the spine, crown of the head reaches forwards, baby cobra. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way back down to the mat beneath you, really taking your time. Inhale, peel the torso up and away, rise to baby cobra. Exhale, slowly lowering all the way back down. Remember, not forcing anything here. Inhale, find that grounding as we peel the torso up. And exhale, slowly lowering all the way back down. Good. From here, press into the hands, release the feet, we'll send it back and up to tabletop position. Adjust your stance, bringing knees underneath the hip points, toes straight back out behind, and wrists underneath the shoulders, making sure that our fingertips are spread out nice and wide here. Finding a nice long spine so we're not sticking our butts up, we're not rounding over. Find that length all the way through to the crown of the head. Beginning to invite a little heat in this morning. Press into the tops of the toes behind you, and we'll hover the knees just 1 inch up away from the mat. Pressing into the fingertips, pressing in the toes for 3, pushing away, 2, remember to breathe, and 1, gently lower the knees back down. As we inhale, begin to drop through the belly, open through the chest, lift through the chin, and exhale, tucking through the tailbone as we round through the spine, hugging up and in. Inhale, drop through the belly. Open through the chest, lift through the chin. Exhale, rounding through the spine, hug up and in, and carrying on with the rhythm of your breath this morning. Remembering, if we don't need the eyes open for balance, then maybe just closing them down. Allowing yourself the space to begin to shift inwards. Really just beginning to explore this articulation of the spine as you move with your breath. And maybe traditional cat-cow is what's going to serve you best today, but if you feel like coming off track, then feel free to do so. Really just beginning to find any variation of cat-cow that feels good for you today, knowing that there's no right or wrong. But allowing yourself this time to explore your body today. When you're ready, we'll make our way back through to tabletop position. Pressing into the right hand on our next inhale, we're going to open up through the chest, reaching left fingertips up towards the sky. And as we exhale, slide the left hand underneath the right, letting shoulder and ear come down towards the mat. Draw back through the right hip crease. Begin to walk the right fingertips up towards the top of the mat, finding length all the way through the outside edge of the right side of the body. Tune into your breath. Becoming aware, finding focus on any points that are feeling tight, any points that have any tension in them, and maybe seeing if we can allow the breath to release through that. Option, as always, to take the fingertips up towards the sky, stacking shoulders on top of each other. Or we can take the bind today, bringing right hand down behind the back to find the left hip crease. Wherever you are, taking a final breath. And if the hands behind the back on our next inhale, we'll reach up towards the sky. And then together, we'll bring the hand back down in front of the face. Press into the mat as we inhale, unravel, reaching the left fingertips all the way up. And as we exhale, planting both hands back down on the mat. Shift your weight into the left hand as we inhale, right fingertips reach towards the sky. And as we exhale, sliding the right hand under and through, allowing shoulder and ear to come down towards the mat. Draw back through the left hip crease, bringing the hips in line. And then beginning to walk the left fingertips all the way up to the top, finding that long line of energy through the left side of the body. Find your breath here. Maybe finding a micro bend in the left elbow, beginning to revolve the heart open. And then if it's there for you today and if it feels good, then maybe taking the left hand up towards the sky, stacking one shoulder on top of the other. Then always an option to bring the hand behind the back and find the top of the right hip crease. Wherever you are, taking one more full breath. And if the hand's behind the back, as we inhale, we'll reach the hand up. And as we exhale, wherever we are, bringing the hand back in front of the face. Press into the left hand, inhale, unravel, reach the right arm up. And as we exhale, both hands come back down to the mat, and we'll walk them forward slightly. Making sure the fingertips are really spread wide here. Tuck your toes behind you, and on an exhale, making our way back and up to downward facing dog. Really allowing yourself time here this morning to move at your own pace, to pedal through the feet or find any other variation here, just to begin to feel into your downward dog today. Connecting with the breath. Maybe closing the eyes down here. We'll take one more breath. Coming back to our downward facing dog wherever you are. Just going through our checkpoints today, so spread the fingertips out wide. Making sure we're pressing specifically into the thumb and the first finger. And then push away from the mat, so we're activating through the arms and finding an outward rotation through the upper arms. Head relaxes, neck relaxes. Spine stays long as we draw the heart back towards the thighs and shine the sit bones up towards the sky. Keep a generous bend in the knees if you like. Allow that space for your lower back to move into. And then keeping that bend as much as you like, beginning to draw the heels down towards the mat beneath us, even if they don't touch. Take a full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. As we inhale, rise high on the toes. And as we exhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze forwards, and we'll take tiny steps, walking ourselves all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet come to hip distance apart. As we inhale, take your halfway lift. Slide the hands up the shins, lengthen through the spine. And as we exhale, soften as we fold all the way down, relaxing through spine, neck and head. Really allowing everything to hang heavy here. We're letting go of anything we're holding on to. We'll take a hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands and begin to find our sway from side to side. Again, just allowing the body to move freely here, not thinking too much about anything. And when you're ready, we'll come back through to center. Drop the fingertips down. Give the head a nod yes. And a shake no. One more time, a nod yes. And a shake no. Rounding into the feet, moving as slowly as we can. On our next inhale, we'll begin to roll up through the spine. Restacking one vertebrae at a time, until we come all the way up to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Hello. Allow yourself that moment to arrive here, maybe keeping the eyes closed for a moment longer. And we can take a little look down to the toes. Pick up all 10 toes. spread them out as wide as you can, and then placing them back down, starting with the pinky and working your way into the big toe. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. Send the tailbone down, engage and lift through the lower abdomen, lengthen through the side body, and the shoulders relax as the palms face forwards. Making sure we're towards the top of the mat, preparing for our sun salutations this morning. We'll close the eyes down and take a deep breath in. Full breath out. On our next inhale, reach the arms out and up, full body stretch. And as we exhale, soften through the knees as we hinge forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step or walk the feet back to plank position. Shift forwards on the toes, option to lower the knees, otherwise chaturanga to lower all the way down. As we inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog, the choice is yours. And as we exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under and send the hips back and up to downward facing dog. Take a full breath. Let it go. Inhale, rise high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze forwards and step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, soften to fold all the way down. Root down into the feet as we inhale, rise on up, full body stretch. And exhale, diving forwards as we lower back down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step or walk the feet back, option to lower the knees, otherwise chaturanga. As we inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, open through the heart. And as we exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rise high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, shift the gaze forward, step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthening through. Exhale, soften to fold, all the way down. Root down into the feet as we inhale, rise on up, take a full body stretch. And as we exhale, pressing the palms together and gently drawing the hands down to heart center. Close the eyes down. Become aware of your breath. And find your focus. Become aware of the energy moving through your body. We'll take one more breath. Gently batting the eyelids open. So I hope you have a great day today. Hopefully that morning practice has injected a little energy into your morning and you're feeling ready and raring to go. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.